Welcome to UNM's training on the voluntary use of respirators by employees.
In order to protect UNM faculty, staff, and students, UNM has instituted a mask mandate. Masks must be at least a non-tight fitting surgical mask, ASTM 1, 2, or 3, to provide additional protection above a cloth mask. You may choose to wear a respirator or respirator-like mask for additional protection.
Respirators can be an effective method of protection against COVID-19 hazards when properly selected and worn. Respirator use is encouraged to provide an additional level of comfort and protection for workers even in circumstances that do not require a respirator to be used. However, if a respirator is used improperly or not kept clean, the respirator itself can become a hazard to the worker. If your employer allows you to provide and use your own respirator, you need to take certain precautions to be sure that the respirator itself does not present a hazard. Those precautions will be presented at the end of this training. Our goal for today is to identify what a respirator is and how to identify an N95 mask, who must be trained, how to inspect, don, doff, seal check, and store your respirator, and the risks of wearing a respirator. How to identify a respirator. Respirators versus respirator-like masks. Both types of masks are tight-fitting with integrated filters. A respirator is certified by the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health and meets standards such as the N95 standard. A respirator-like mask is certified under a different standard from another country, such as a KN95 or KF94. These masks are not suitable for situations in which a respirator must be worn. If genuine and properly worn, they can provide more protection than a cloth or surgical mask. This is an N95 mask. It can be identified by the straps that go around the head, the N95 marking on the front of the mask, and the stamp from the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health. This is a KF94 mask from Korea. It is a boat-style mask with ear loops. It does not have any identified standard on the mask. This is a KN95 mask made in China. It is a flat-fold mask with ear loops. Genuine KN95s must have the standard GB 2626-2006 or -2019 printed on the mask. Who must be trained? If you wear a respirator voluntarily, you must watch the following video and attest to viewing it. The following training is intended only for employees who are not required to wear a respirator for their job duties. If you are required to wear respiratory protection, such as an N95 for your job, you must be medically cleared, trained, and fit tested. If you are a student wearing a respirator, this training is suggested, but not required. And finally, if you are wearing a respirator-like mask, such as a KN95, this training is not required. How to inspect your respirator. This is a genuine N95 mask. Identify that it is your mask. Check that the mask is not dirty or otherwise soiled. Examine the outside and inside for any holes, cracks, or wear spots. Check the straps to make sure they are not broken or stretched out. How to don and doff your mask. First, we will discuss a boat-style N95. Start by placing the straps on the top of the mask. Next, open the mask so that it is now face-shaped. Hold the mask in your non-dominant hand and bring it to your face. Take the strap that is closest to your face and pull it over your head to the base of your head, below your ears. Take the next strap and place it across the crown of your head. Next, pull the mask so it is seated on your face. Make sure there are no folds or other air gaps in the mask. Shape the nose wire to your nose to ensure a good fit. When you are ready to remove the mask, gather the straps at the top of the head. Keep the mask pressed against your face as you bring the straps over your head, lean forward, and push the mask away from your face. Next, we will discuss a cup-style N95. Place your hand on the front of the mask through the straps. Bring the mask to your face. Grab the lower of the two straps and bring it over the top of your head to where your head and neck meet, below your ears. Grab the top strap and put it across the crown of your head above your ear. Again, press the mask against your face and make sure there are no folds or air gaps. Press down on the nose wire so that it properly fits. When you are ready to remove the mask, gather the straps at the top of the head. Keep the mask pressed against your face as you bring the straps over your head, lean forward, and push the mask away from your face. How to put on a flat fold style N95. Open the mask and remove the straps from inside. It may help to turn the mask upside down and shake them out. Then place the straps on the top of the mask. With the mask open, bring it to your chin. Then take one of the straps and pull it over your head until it is below your ear. Take the second strap and pull it across the crown of your head above your ear. Seat the mask on your face and press down on the nose wire. To remove the mask, gather the straps at the top of the head, lean forward, and push the mask off in one smooth motion. How to check the seal of your respirator. First, we will discuss a negative pressure leak check. Once you have the mask comfortably seated on your face, cover as much of the mask as possible with both hands. Take a deep breath in. You can tell if you have a proper seal if you do not feel any air rushing in around the edges of the mask. How to perform a positive pressure leak check. Again, cover as much of the mask as you can with both hands and breathe out. If your glasses fog or you feel air rushing out, your mask may not be fitting correctly. If during a leak check your mask is found to be leaking, reposition and try again. If on multiple tries you cannot get the mask to fit properly, contact EHS for advice. How to properly store your respirator. After you've removed your mask, fold it into its original form. Then, grab a paper bag and place the mask inside. Remember to label the bag with your name, the day of the week, and the number of times the mask has been worn. Putting it all together, before putting on your mask, properly wash or sanitize your hands. Next, inspect your mask as we discussed. Once it's determined the mask is in good shape, don the mask. Perform a positive and negative pressure leak check. Make sure your mask isn't leaking or your glasses are not fogging. Wash or sanitize your hands after touching the mask. When you're ready to remove the mask because you're headed outside, in your office alone, or it's the end of the workday, remember to remove the mask as we discussed. Store your mask in a paper bag and label it. Remember to wash your hands after touching your mask. Things to remember. If a leak check reveals a leak, reposition the mask and try again. A respirator is more effective if you are clean shaven. Employees should only wear respirators that belong to them. Only reuse your respirator if it is unsoiled and undamaged. Wait 5 days between uses of a single respirator, and always wash your hands after donning and doffing your respirator. Additionally, a single mask should not be used more than 40 hours or 5 days. Remember, a respirator or respirator-like mask can pose a risk if used improperly. If you have a heart or lung condition, a respirator may pose a risk to your health. Consult your physician before wearing a respirator. Keep your respirator in good condition. This means clean, dry, and properly stored. If you are having trouble breathing, coughing, feeling faint, or having other heart or lung issues, move outside to fresh air and remove the respirator. Contact your healthcare provider for further advice before wearing a respirator again. If you have previously failed a medical clearance, you cannot wear a respirator. A single respirator should not be used more than 40 hours in total, or about 5 working days. Respirators can only protect you from what they are designed for. If you are not sure if a respirator will protect you, then consult EHS before use. This training is not sufficient if you are required to wear a respirator for your job duties. If you are required to wear a respirator for your job duties, you must be medically cleared, trained, and tested. Contact EHS for more information. Thank you for watching this training. Now that you have viewed it, sign the attestation available at ehs.unm.edu/voluntary N95 use. Then provide a copy to your supervisor to be kept in your employee file. If you have any questions, contact EHS at 505-277-2753 or ehsweb-l@unm.edu. Stay safe and healthy.